Alright guys, so we talked about in class what dilations were and how to figure out the scale factor. So now we're going to dig some more into this, well, how to actually perform the dilation. We were given the scale factor, so now we're going to be given two pictures and we need to figure out what the scale factor is, and we need to determine whether the picture was an enlargement or a reduction. So we're going to go through these and then you're going to practice on your own. It says, does the picture show a reduction or an enlargement? So if I look here, this is the pre-image right here. All right. And in blue, I'm going to highlight the image. All right. That's my image right there. So, and I know this because the A, B, and the C does not have a prime on it. So I know that's my pre-image. So I went from a small figure to a big figure. So here, I'm going to say this was an enlargement. And if I have an enlargement, we learned in class that our K is going to be greater than 1. And our K is our scale factor. So what does this say about our scale factor? It says that K is greater than 1. What is the scale factor? So now, since we're going from a small picture to a big picture, we expect our K to be greater than 1. So that means we need to create some kind of ratio where the bigger number is on top and the little number is on the bottom, so that when I do the math, the scale factor is greater than 1. So we're going to say K equals, and we have this figure, so we're going to need to count, and we have to count the sides that's not slanted. So if the big number goes first, then I need to count how many boxes is on this side right here. So this is telling me that I should do a ratio of A prime and B prime. So I should do a ratio of segment A prime, B prime over the ratio of the ratio of segment A, B. So I need to find what is the distance of this segment, and then what is the distance of this segment. And since my K needs to be greater than 1, the big number goes on top. So I just need to count the boxes here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it looks like I have 9 boxes. And let me count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it looks to be 9. So this is 9 over. And then I need to go count the boxes for segment AB. So here 1, 2, 3. And it looks like that one is 3. So the length of segment A prime B prime is 9, and the length of segment AB is 3. And the reason why I did those, because if these are similar, then the length of these corresponding sides should be a ratio. And this side corresponds to this side here. Side AB corresponds to side side A prime B prime corresponds to side AB. So here, and if I do the math here, 9 divided into 3 is 3. So the scale factor here is 3. So I took each one of these coordinates, and if my center of dilation is the origin, then I took each one of these coordinates and I multiplied it by 3 to get the new coordinates for the enlarged figure. And here it asks, what is the center of dilation? So if I go through here to find the center of dilation, then I'm going to go here. And I'm going to draw some dotted lines on these where I connect C to C prime. Then I'm going to change these lines colors. And I'm going to connect A to A prime. And you notice what I'm doing here is I'm making sure that I extend my line out past the segments, because I'm looking for, I'll show you in a second what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to connect B and B prime together. Okay, so you see where all of these lines cross it, and I'm going to circle that in black. Where all of these lines intersect at, they intersect at the coordinate 0, 0. So my center of dilation here is 0, 0. Okay, so that means that if my center of dilation is 0, 0, I could take each one of these points and multiply them by 3, and I'll find A prime, B prime, and C prime. And that'll give me a bigger picture. So the last question says, what is the relationship between the corresponding sides of the pre-image and the image? So it's saying that what is the relationships. So that relationship is A segment AB over segment A prime B prime should equal, another corresponding part would be AC. So AC, which matches segment A prime C prime, and that should be equal to the other corresponding part is CB. So segment CB should match C prime B prime. So that's the symbol word for it. And then I'm going to say angle A should equal to, if these are similar, to angle A prime. And then angle B should equal angle B prime. And then angle C should equal angle C prime. All right, so that's the symbol. So the wording says the ratio of the corresponding, and this is called a ratio right here. I'm going to put that, I'm going to highlight it in yellow, well, blue. These are called ratios, okay? So the ratios of the corresponding, maybe I should change that back to black. The ratio of the corresponding sides are equal. So the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal. And the corresponding, and corresponding means matching, the corresponding angles are congruent. And congruent means the same. All right? And so I want you guys to try the other problem. Also, in tonight's homework, I want you to go through and do these vocabulary words. So I left a blank for you to do the vocabulary words, and then we'll sit down and talk about them in class. All right? So you guys try this one out, and I'll see you when you come back. Bye.